Okay. Hello everyone, my name is ADD Synth, and I'm here to tell you everything you need to know about the Overpowered mod for Minecraft. I'm the creator of this mod, and I feel like I should tell you that it does not overpower your character at all. Well, maybe that's up for interpretation. Anyway, Overpowered is a tech mod. I'm using version 1.3.4, and you can download it here on CurseForge. I'm not going to waste your time anymore, so let's get started. The first thing you should know about this mod is that it generates 5 new types of gems. They are ruby, topaz, citrine, sapphire, and amethyst. There's also code in place to generate vanilla emerald ore. The default generation settings for all these gems is 1 block between layers 5 and 40, and it tries to generate 4 times. Of course, you can craft 9 gems together to get a block of that gem. They have a pretty basic texture. I'm sorry about that. Someone should probably fix that. And of course, you can craft it back into gems as well. In addition to the 5 new gems, this mod also adds 8 new metal types, 6 of which are generated, and the other 2 are manufactured. Now, for the metals that are generated, most commonly you will find tin, copper, and aluminum. These common metals generate almost as frequently as iron. I'll put a table on screen now to show you the default generation settings compared to iron. And just like iron, you only need a stone pickaxe to mine these common metals. Next is silver, which generates a little more frequently than gold. Again, here's another table to compare the default generation settings of silver compared to gold. You need an iron pickaxe or better to mine silver. This mod also generates 2 rare metals. They are titanium and platinum. And you also need an iron pickaxe to mine these as well. By default, this mod generates rare metals with an ore size of 7, and it generates between levels 5 and 96, and it tries 3 times. And of course, you mine these metals in block form, so you must put them in a furnace to smelt them to get the ingots. And just like with the gems, you can put 9 of the same metal to a crafting table to get back a block of that metal. And put a block back in the crafting table to get the ingots back. All of these materials should be cross-mod compatible. If you want to change any of these generation settings or disable generating them completely, edit the world gen configuration file in ADD Synth Core. Here, we can turn off generating emerald, like that. You may have to enable show advanced config in client GUI to get the world gen to show up. Right here. But if you want to play this mod the way the author intended, I recommend you leave these at their default settings. Once you have all 6 gem types, including a diamond and another quartz, then you can put them in the crafting table and get back 3 energy crystals. Now these things are so powerful that they give off their own energy. You can craft 9 of them together to get a light block. And this produces light. You can put it back on the crafting table to get your energy crystals back. You can craft 1 energy crystal by itself to get 9 energy crystal shards, which will be useful later. However, this is permanent. You cannot get energy crystals back. You could use the energy crystals to craft any of the 4 standard vanilla tools, as well as a sword. These are called energy tools right now, but I will change the name later. Energy tools last 3 times as long as diamond tools, and they work a little faster as well. However, you are unable to enchant any of these tools. Now, before I get into some of the machines in this mod, I want to show you a few things first. You're going to need a way to transfer energy between your machines. So of course you're going to be needing energy wire. And to craft energy wire, it takes 3 copper ingots and 6 wool, like this. You get 8 energy wire. Now, this is a very common way to get the energy wire of your mod, so this may conflict with someone else's recipe. And if that does happen, just go to the source code repository on GitHub and open an issue and tell me which mod this conflicts with. Now I'm going to show you some of the items you're going to need to help craft the machine. Craft 4 redstone in a square like this to get a power core. Craft the power core with lapis lazuli in a cross shape like this to get an advanced power core. Put 1 nether quartz in a crafting table to get a focus lens, and it's kind of hard to see. Oops. There are also 7 colored lenses, and to get them, you craft the focus lens with the colored dye. We have red lens, orange lens, yellow lens, green lens. What else? What else? I don't have lapis. Come on. A blue dye for lapis, for blue lens, cyan lens, and magenta lens. Now, I mentioned earlier that this mod adds 8 metal types, 6 of which are generated, but the other 2 are manufactured, and they are steel and bronze. To get steel, coal. To get steel, you just put iron in the furnace, in the top one. There we go. Now I realize there are some mods out there that have a more realistic way of getting steel, and this mod is supposed to detect if those mods are loaded, and it should disable this steel smelting recipe. But right now we only detect railcraft. But in the next update, I'm going to add checks for immersive engineering and mechanism. If there are any more mods out there that have a better way of getting steel, please open a GitHub issue about it and let me know. The second manufactured metal is bronze. And to get bronze, you put 1 tin ingot and 3 copper ingots in a crafting table. And again, if this conflicts with another mod or this is the wrong way to get bronze, let me know. Okay, now I can start showing you some of the machines. The first machine you're going to want to make is the generator, of course. And to make it, you need 1 furnace, 2 energy wire, 2 power cores, and 4 iron ingots. That gets you the generator. Now this is not your typical generator from other mods. It does not take coal or charcoal or anything like that. It actually takes energy crystals. The only items that are allowed to go in here are the energy crystal light block and energy crystal shards, and they each produce different levels of energy. The energy crystal provides 270,000 units of energy with a maximum extract rate of 100 energy per tick. The light block creates 2.4 million units of energy with a maximum extract rate of 500 energy per tick. And the energy crystal shards produce 30,000 units of energy with a maximum extract rate of 40 energy per tick. Okay. You can store excess energy in an energy storage container. To make it, you need a block of redstone, 4 glass in the corners, and 4 energy wire. And each energy storage container can store 1 million energy. By the way, if you pick up any of the machines in this mod and put them back down, then all the energy will be gone. So keep that in mind. The next machine you're going to want to make is the compressor. It is crafted with a piston at the top, an anvil, 2 power cores, and 4 steel ingots. And of course, what this does is compress metal ingots into plates. It's kind of loud, so headphone warning. Bronze plate. Alright. Now that you have the compressor, you can make an electric furnace, which uses electricity to smoke things, of course. To make it, you need 5 iron plates, a furnace, and 3 power cores. There's the electric furnace. And let's see, what do I have? Let's get some wood. And it's a furnace, it smelts things. It takes just as long as a regular furnace. Anyway. Now you may be wondering, if I need a bunch of gems to make the energy crystals, and I'm using the energy crystals to power my machines and make energy tools, then I'm probably going to be using a lot of gems. And you're absolutely right. And if you don't want to spend all your time mining gems, then you need to use the gem converter. To make the gem converter, you need 4 aluminum plates, 4 energy crystal shards, and 1 advanced power core to get the gem converter. And it looks like this. The gem converter, like the name implies, allows you to convert one gem type to another. You can convert between ruby, topaz, citrine, emerald, diamond, sapphire, amethyst, and quartz, and then back to ruby. And it also works with gems from other mods. Now, the way I intended you to play this mod was that you had to go to the nether and collect a bunch of nether quartz. and then you have to use the gem converter to convert the nether quartz into whatever gems you need. Like, see, in this case, we're low on emerald, so I'm going to put some quartz in here to convert to emerald. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And yeah, you can see it, the quartz blending into an emerald while it's working. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna let that go for a while. So whenever you're low on a gem type, you just convert some other quartz into the gems you need. If you watched any of my previous videos, you'll see me do that. Before we get to the next few machines, you need to know a few more crafting items. First is a item called a beam emitter. It's crafted with 1 power core, 1 iron plate, and 1 glass pane. There's the beam emitter. With the beam emitter, you can add a steel plate to get an energy grid. And the power cores can go one step further by crafting an advanced power core with 2 energy crystals to get an energized power core. If it sounds like I'm speaking in a monotone voice, I apologize. I wanted my voice to be loud and clear when recording this. Plus, I'm not used to doing this kind of thing either. There are some machines in the Overpowered mod that require a void crystal in the crafting recipe. What is a void crystal and how do you get one? Well, you need to craft the inverter machine. To craft the inverter machine, you need 4 silver plates, an energy grid in the center, 2 energy crystals on top and bottom, and 2 advanced power cores to get to the inverter. I'll just place that here. What the inverter does, as the name implies, allows you to turn energy crystals into void crystals, and it also works in reverse as well. It turns void crystals back into energy crystals. This takes a long time to do. It takes 3 minutes. It takes a lot of energy as well. Maybe running out of energy. Okay. I have 46 minutes of energy left. The machine will be done in 2 minutes, so I have plenty of energy. So I'll wait for that to be finished. The inverter is done and it produced a void crystal. You can use void crystals to craft the vanilla tools as well. These are called null tools. And the idea was to have these insta-kill mobs, but they don't drop anything, and perma-destroy blocks. But these don't do that right now. I don't have that implemented. They just work as regular tools right now. Except they have 5 times the durability of diamond tools. And these can't be enchanted either. You can craft 4 void crystals in a block like this to get a null block. Now these things are pretty weird, because when you set it down, you can't hit it. Like you hit the block through it like that, and they have no collision either. So the only way to get rid of it is to place a block inside it like that. And the texture's a little generic as well. Sorry about that. If there's someone out there who wants to provide better textures for my mod, let me know. Get in touch with me and let me know. And just like the energized power core we saw earlier, you can craft an advanced power core with 2 void crystals to get a nullified power core. Now the next machine requires data cable in its crafting recipe, and I can't believe I forgot to show you guys how to craft data cable. So go up to the crafting table, of course. Data cable requires 3 energy crystal shards and 6 white wool. It has to be white wool. Like the energy cable could be crafted with any wool, but this one has to be white wool. Anyway, that gets you 6 data cable. And there are a couple of machines that use data cable for a specific purpose. We'll get to that later. The next machine I'm going to show you is the identifier. But first you need to know that the Overpowered mod adds additional drops to all monsters in Minecraft. There's a 1 in 40 chance that the mod will drop an unidentified armor. And if you're playing with the Bubbles mod, there's also a very, very, very rare chance that instead of dropping an unidentified armor, the mob will drop an unidentified ring. The Bubbles mod does not exist for Minecraft versions 1.14 and later, so Overpowered doesn't have rings for those versions. However, I recently discovered the Curios mod, which is sort of a replacement for Bubbles. So in a later update, I will re-implement rings using the Curios mod. So, what are you supposed to do with all this unidentified stuff? Well, obviously you can't use it because it's unidentified. So, you need to identify it using the identifier machine. To craft the identifier, you need 1 void crystal, 1 focus lens, 2 data cable, 1 advanced power core, and 4 aluminum plates. You just connect it to power and put your unidentified items in there to identify. And this doesn't take very long. It doesn't take much power. Any unidentified armor you put into the machine gets turned into regular vanilla armor, but with random enchantments. This one has blast protection too. And when you put rings into the machine, they will get a random mob effect applied to them. In this case, this one is haste level 1. Haste is the one that makes you mine faster, I believe. And then just open up your Bubbles inventory and place the ring in the appropriate slot. And then you get the haste effect for as long as you have the ring equipped. See, let me take it off and the effect goes off. There's an option in the Overpowered configuration file to enable or disable particle effects when you have rings equipped. Okay, now for the next cool machine, I'm going to show you the lasers. First, you need to make the laser machine itself. It's called the laser housing, and to craft it, you need 6 tin plates along the top and bottom, 1 energized power core, and 2 energy wire. And that will get you 3 laser housings. And now to make the laser, you need 4 stone arranged like this, 1 energy wire, 1 beam emitter, and you need to put the lens of the color you want in this slot. So for instance, the basic focus lens creates the white laser. The red lens makes a red laser. The blue lens makes a blue laser. The green lens makes a green laser, and so on. So let me set some lasers up somewhere. Okay, it's a multi-block structure, and the lasers can only go on the laser housing machines. You can't place them down anywhere else. And you can place them in whatever configuration you want. To use the laser, first you need to specify how far you want the laser to go. This changes the amount of energy required to fire it. The required energy is determined by this formula. Number of lasers times laser energy plus number of lasers times distance energy. And the laser has a power switch. It will only accept energy if it's on. It will not accept energy if it's off. And you can probably already tell what the auto shutoff checkbox does. If you have it checked, then it will turn itself off after firing. So how do you activate the laser? Well, you have the distance set. It starts up all the way. Then all you need to do is apply a redstone signal. And you can make these as big as you want, I don't care. But your game will probably care. So I present this to you without any express warranty or liability. And any entities that are caught in the laser beam will get set on fire. Okay, let's peruse through the options for the lasers. They're overpowered, main, and lasers. Let's see. You can change the default laser distance. You can turn laser light off if that's causing lag for some of you. This one, laser beams emit light. You can change whether laser beams set entities on fire or not. And yeah, it's all there. Pretty self-explanatory. The next machine is called the Magic Infuser. It's made with one bookshelf in the middle, 4 void crystals, and 4 aluminum plates. There's the Magic Infuser. And I'll just add this to my collection. Okay. And this uses a book and a gem, and it infuses the gem into the book to create an enchanted book. and the type of enchanted book depends on the gem you're using. So here's an example. Put the book in the book slot, put the ruby in the gem slot, and it goes for 1 minute. And that created an enchanted book with the Punch 1 enchantment. And by the way, this machine will always create enchanted books with just the first level of enchantments. But I'm sure you can handle it from there. So in order to show you which gems create which enchanted books, I set up another magic infuser over here. And I attached hoppers to automate it. So a ruby will get you the power and punch enchantments. A topaz, blast protection, fire aspect, and flame. Citrine, bane of arthropods, sharpness and smite. An emerald, feather falling and respiration. A diamond, protection, projectile protection, and thorns. And sapphire, death strider, aqua affinity, luck of the sea, lure, and frostwalker. And the amethyst will get you sweeping edge, looting, and knockback. And quartz are the generic enchantments, the efficiency and unbreaking, because you could get quartz pretty easily, more easily than the other gems anyway. You can also put an overpowered gem into the magic infuser, and this will get you the powerful enchantments, such as fortune, mending, silk touch, and infinity. And for some reason, this produces fortune 2 instead of fortune 1. I don't know why I did that, but I must have had a good reason at the time. Like maybe it was to help players out, because combining 2 fortune 1 books to get fortune 2 probably uses a lot of experience. Well, maybe I'll put that back eventually. Maybe that is too overpowered. Maybe I'll put it back. Okay. Now, I'm currently playing this in Minecraft 1.12, which means I can only show you the 1.12 enchantments. But Overpowered for Minecraft 1.14 does have the enchantments from Minecraft 13 and 14, the ones for crossbow and trident. If you're playing in the Minecraft 1.14 version of Overpowered, then you can also put void crystals into the magic infuser. This produces the curse enchantments. So this can get you Curse of Vanishing and Curse of Binding. Overpowered uses a core mod called ADD Synth Core. You've probably already seen it in the video already. It adds some basic blocks and tools that I want in all my mods. That's why it's in the core mod. So I'm going to show you to them now. So the first thing from ADD Synth Core that I'm going to show you is the caution block. And to make caution blocks, you need 1 stone in the middle, 4 black dye, and 4 yellow dye. That makes 8 caution blocks. So this is caution block. It has yellow and black stripes. It's a decoration block. You can use it for whatever you want, especially for marking areas where you need to exercise caution, or just outlining areas like to build something in there, like to put a perimeter around a build site. Anyway, I especially like to use it to outline a hole so you know to stay away from the hole. And I just happen to have a hole right here. Okay, I'll put this away. Next is the scythe tool. And scythes allow you to cut leaves off of trees very quickly, but it breaks them as if you were mining by hand, so it also drops stuff like saplings and apples. So to make scythes, you put the sticks on the right side of the crafting table like this, and you can make scythes out of wood, cobblestone, iron, gold, and diamond. And if you're playing with the Overpowered mod, which right now you obviously are, because right now you can't play ADD Sim Core separately from Overpowered. You have to play them both together. Anyway, if you're playing with Overpowered, then you can also craft scythes using the energy crystals. And just like the other energy tools, it has 3 times as much durability as a diamond tool, and you can't enchant it. So mining by hand looks like this. You're very familiar with this. And this is what it looks like mining with the scythe. And this automatically works with leaves from other mods as well, if they've registered their leaves correctly in the OR dictionary. Okay, that's the scythe. There's one more thing in ADD Sim Core. It's called the music box. To make the music box, you craft 9 note blocks together, and that gets you a music box. Yeah, it looks just like a note block right now. I'm sorry for that. I'm going to have to figure out a better texture for it one of these days. Anyway, let's go over here. Okay, here's the music box. This may look simple to you, this may look complicated to you, but regardless, I'm going to show you everything there is here. So, this is the music grid. It has 8 rows, those are the tracks, and it has 8 columns, those are frames. To add notes, you left click in the music grid, and to delete notes, you right click. Now, for those of you that are left-handed, don't worry, I got you. Because in a later update, I'm going to add something that'll allow you to switch these controls. You can right-click to add and left-click to delete. But it's not implemented just yet. So right now, left-click to add, right-click to delete. Okay. And you click this play button to hear it. Okay. So you push keys on your keyboard to change notes. Let's see. X is A. B is in. In is E. Okay. These M's on the side stand for mute. So here, let me put some more notes in here. Okay. So you just click the mute. That track is now muted. It will not play. Okay. Click mute. It won't play. See, only the top track played. Alright. And these are your instrument selections down here. To change the instrument, you click on the instrument, and then you click on this instrument beside the track. Like that. And up here on the top left is the speed. the way the music box calculates speed, it has to use the Minecraft ticks. So to remind you, there are 20 ticks in a second. So when it's set to 5 ticks, that means it takes 5 ticks to play each frame, which means in total this is 40 ticks, which does equate to 2 seconds. Yeah. Those of you who are musicians or composers, you already know what BPM stands for. But for those of you who don't know, that stands for beats per minute, and it's what all music is measured in. Except it's not called speed, it's called tempo, and tempo is measured in beats per minute. So if the speed is set to 5 ticks, I felt that that was equivalent to having 2 beats a second, as shown here. So that makes it 120 beats per minute. You don't have to go by ticks, you go by beats per minute. That may help you compose songs if you're familiar with beats per minute. However, when you change the speed, the beats per minute may not be exactly correct. But I tried to get it as accurate as possible. Okay, the next button is very important, because if you press the play button, it only plays this music box. If you want it to play the music box for real, you need to activate it with a redstone signal. Okay. And when it's activated with a redstone signal, and when this music box is done playing, then it'll search the next direction for another music box, and then it'll start playing that one. So I'm going to put more music boxes on the right here. Let me just add something so I know it played. So let's see what direction this is. This is south, facing south. Okay. So I need to set this to south. Okay. And I want to keep going, so I need to set this one to south. Yes, south. Set you all to south. Okay. So now this music box has stuff in it, but when you press the play button, it only plays this music box. Alright, if you want to play it for real, you hit the button. Alright. Oh, by the way, let's see. Just like when you pick up the machines, it erases the energy. When you pick up these music boxes, it erases the music data. But I have a solution for that. Let me put this over here. You could use an item called a music sheet to copy music data from one music box to another. To create the music sheet, you just combine one paper with one note block, and that will get you a music sheet. So it has similar controls to copying items from other mods, but maybe not exactly. Maybe they do things differently. I don't know. So here's how it works. I just crafted it so it's empty. So go over to a music box that has data in it. When it's empty, right click to copy it. It says data copy to sheet. When it has data, right click to paste. It has data, right click to paste. Paste, 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 paste. Okay. Now, when you're holding it, hold shift right click to clear it. Let's see if it has data. Cleared, music sheet cleared. Okay. It's cleared now. I can copy the music data to another music box. Right click, copy, right click, paste. Okay. Is this clear yet? Yeah, that's the only way you know that this music sheet has data. If it says it has one MBT tag. So now I'm going to right click to clear, and that tag is gone now. I know that may be a problem, so I'm going to fix that in a later update. And that's the music box. I hope you have fun with it. I am playing in Minecraft 1.12, but it has additional instruments for Minecraft 1.14 if you play with that version of Overpowered. Okay. Well, guys, during the editing of this video, I noticed it was getting kinda long. So it looks like I'm going to have to split this showcase video into two parts. I had some important stuff to tell you guys, but now it looks like they'll have to wait till the end of part 2. Okay, I'll see you guys later.